What's going on, everybody? Joining me here today to talk about real estate content marketing is my co-founder of Content Cards, Nick Cram. How's it going, Nick?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I've got my community champ mug.
Yes, sir.
Go to you, man. Drinking that coffee, ready to talk content.
Oh yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, man. I figured after cocktails and content, I needed my coffee and content to wake up this morning.
Yeah. And today, man, I'm with you. Coffee, waking up. That's why content is going to shoot right to your brain right now. My real estate agents, we're talking about why most people are wrong about their content and the truth revealed. We're going to talk about that right after this.
Coffee and content is for the early rising. Bean roasting, pot pouring, real estate agent looking for the tools, tactics, and strategies to discover an easier way to sell homes using content. Coffee and content is brought to you by ContentCards.com. That's ContentCards with a Z.com.
All right, Nick. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the value as it comes to content in our real estate business here. And the first topic that I have here that I want to go off a script, that's a first note that I got from you here watching you go live over the years. Have your notes. Can you tell our audience the time that me and you we shot your only solo live and you're sitting there with the bright lights? What happened, brother?
Man, I'll tell you what. We were talking about the book that I even wrote, we wrote, The Community Champ, right?
Yeah.
So we were talking about this whole topic that, like I said, I wrote a whole book on this topic, but the second those lights are on you and if you're live by yourself, you realize that, holy crap, if I stop talking, nobody else can pick it up, right? So like this banter that we can do back and forth, like there's nobody on there to do that. So yeah, man, having notes when you go live is absolutely crucial because all of a sudden you sit there, you're literally a deer in the headlights. All of a sudden the light seems a little brighter and you're sitting there like, oh gosh, I don't know what to say.
And then it gets quiet and it's like
and then it gets really quiet, right?
Crickets.
Yeah.
Start hearing the crickets. You wish there were some crickets to fill that background noise.
Right. Anything. All of a sudden everything's a little louder. And then you're like, oh, did you guys hear that? Oh, am I still live? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so what we're going to do here, the first thing that I want to cover on our content topics while we're drinking our coffee here.
All right.
I want to give agents something to think about this weekend when they're preparing for the week to shoot content and add value to their market. So the first thing that I want to touch base on is every day we're hit with ads, social media. We're talk about why boring is bad and how it's going to put you on the business and how and you know this answer. I might need to lead you into it. Boring is bad. And what are people really competing with? It's not other real estate agents, but it's this. Talk about that.
Well, first of all, happy Valentine's Day to everybody tuning in. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. If you need a Valentine, talk to me. But with that being said, boring will 100% put you out of business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our competition is not other real estate agents, as many of us might think.
People
go on social media to check up how their friends are doing, how their family's doing, the new baby that's on there, right? What do they say? Booty and baby are your real competition.
Yeah, that's Billie Jean. Booty and baby.
Yeah, that's your real competition. Booty and babies, right? Because a lot of people go on Instagram. Let's be honest, right? So that's your real competition when you're doing all these things. So when you're creating ads, you're creating your videos, don't think about like how you have to beat that next realtor. What you have to do is you have to beat out my cousin who just had a baby. You have to be more interesting than that, right? So when you're creating content, that's the importance of having that entertaining factor, having something that's a little bit different, right? Having these cool backgrounds, these cool overlays to keep people involved.
Right. And that's the thing is that people think that they have to be like hip to all this video marketing. They have to be hip to like editing. Excuse me. You have to know video marketing. You have to be on video. But as far as editing and being like this expert marketer and knowing all the technical skills about it, why is it so important just to put your face on the screen as far as your relationship with the people in your audience, your relationship with homeowners that you're connecting with? Why is it so important for them to be able to find your face on the screen somewhere?
I mean, it really does come down to this. Would you rather go into an appointment where the person already feels like they know you, or would you rather not? Right? Like just that one little factor is huge. I was watching Kristen Gulling's video the other day, or I think you were talking to her. I think she said like she walked into an appointment and the person's like, "Oh, I watched all your videos." Right? Shout out to Kristen, you're amazing. But with that being said, I mean, it's just the value of video, right? Like again,
Right.
if I can walk in somewhere and the person already knows me, or if I'm on the phone with somebody and they're like, "Oh, I've already seen your videos," that's a humanizing effect that we didn't have before. So shooting videos, I mean, it goes way farther than just trying to get business right now. Imagine walking into an appointment of somebody you've never met before. They're like, "Oh, I've seen your videos." I was talking to one of the agents that we work with, right? They called it expired. And they're like, "Hey, my name is XYZ." And they're like, "Oh, what's going on? I've seen your videos." They've never talked to this person. They didn't even know they were Facebook friends, right? So, like a lot more people are viewing your stuff than you think. And
Right.
if you can walk into an appointment or if you can get a lead from somebody and they already know you from your videos, then you got a leg up on your competition.
And you said it. Your videos are working while you're not. It's a part of. You don't realize it. That's automating your business, man. And we talk about it all the time. And it's something that you're going to be talking about at our shameless plug event, the 26th of February here in Brecksville, Ohio. If you're a Northeast Ohio real estate agent, you have to be there, hands down.
You gotta be there.
Hey, I want to get back to the topic at hand here. Residual content, videos that can keep being reused in your business, that's not only benefiting you today, but in the future. You were just on last night with Cocktails and Content. You were talking to Ruben, and he was talking about how the database is so important and how content can nurture that database. Nick, what is residual content, man, and why do these people need to know about it?
Well, I mean, I feel like we all know residual income, right? Like that's like everybody's goal, residual income, mailbox money. But in reality, one thing that we realized with video, you know, like working with some of these big hitters, was when we dove into that when we dove into that library of videos from years and years and years, we call it like the vault, right? The content vault. When you dive into that, you really realize that video is an asset because you can reuse video over and over and over again. If you don't bring value about your industry, you talk about like you do things like we're talking about right now, right? If you do market updates, that's probably good for a month. But if I have client testimonials, I can use those for a couple years.
Use drip campaigns.
Yeah, use them in drip campaigns.
Not only good on social media, it's good on the drip.
Well, and that's the thing too. When you have residual content, you're able to post it on multiple platforms. You're able to reuse it over and over and over again. I could pull a video from 3 years ago that we shot that's still as relevant today and post it back to my database, post it back on social media, and then bring it back up. That's the value of having that like residual content is what we call it, because you can put it in a drip campaign. It could work for you for 3 years. And the best part is you replace yourself with yourself pretty much. Right. So I could be out having my cocktails and content and have a couple more cocktails after. And guess what? My video's still working. Right. So that I think that's the big value of it that a lot of people might not see yet is like using using your videos in more ways than just social media. Right. Yeah. Like we use these and we rewrite them as a whole email blog. Right. We just take the video. What topics do we cover? Rewrite as an email blog. Boom. Send it out to our database. You take this video, put it in an email. Boom. Send it out. There's so many different ways that you can use video than just the one post that you do on social media.
And you talked about, you just hit it on the head where your video is replacing you. And yesterday, we were listening to John Sheplack and Al Stasek talk about growing your business through people and how do you become a top producer? How do you really transform your business? Right. And John said you have to replace yourself every day. Actually, Al said that was one of the key takeaways that he got the very first time he met John was that, and he heard him speak, was that, man, I had to go back. I had to make hires. I had to do these things that replace myself. But what if replacing yourself was as easy as shooting a video? You know, that just is mind blowing, that instead of having to take and hire these people to replace you like you used to, as long as you have your phone. Man, I don't have my phone on me. What a sin.
There you go.
There you go. You got your phone right there. That is, shout out to Patrick Lee. That is your data bank.
Yeah, your data bank, not your database.
It's not the database. It's the data bank, baby. that thing is going to bank out. That's a cash making machine right there.
Right.
And that video that you're making on that data bank, you love that, right?
Right. I do like that a lot.
Shout out to Patrick Lee. He's out in Amarillo crushing it right now.
Right. Probably shooting video.
Shooting video, man. And I've got my notes here, and my closing notes was that people think that they need to hire a company to make these polished advertisements and these things that at the end of the day, it doesn't have your face on it. It's not personalized and it doesn't build any trust relationship or things like that. And that's something that Patrick has done great over the last year. He calls it his midweek motivation. He just started stepping in front of the camera. He started recording, hitting record, going live and talking about how he can motivate people in his market. And now he has people in his market saying, hey, Patrick, I watch your midweek motivation this week. Right. What are you going to talk about? It's a talking topic.
Right.
So to sign off, we call them Mick marketing campaigns. Tell them, Mick, what's a Mick marketing campaign, man? Why is it bad?
Like, let me ask you this. If it looks like an ad, it feels like an ad, it probably is an ad, right? So that's what happens with these Mick marketing campaigns. And nobody likes to feel like they're being sold, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're using a company that's just creating these basically advertisements for you for your content, it's not going to be personalized. It's not going to have that humanized touch, right? So like when you don't have that touch, you're just going to be like everybody else. And people wonder why they get the same leads as everyone else. And they swear they're being sold the same leads. It's like, no, they're just using the same advertisement, the same content as everybody else. I always talk about this. That blue house. Everybody knows if you're in real estate, what blue house I'm talking about that people use for those pictures, right? I want to put a ban. I want to make a list that bans that blue house from ever being in existence again. I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. But I mean, that's the thing.
It's good though, because that's how you can instantly recognize who doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
They went to the same place.
I'm sorry to still use that blue house.
They went to unsplash.com. They went to this website and they copied the same picture everybody else is using.
It's usually the first one that pops up. Yeah.
Mick marketing, man. Oh, this was awesome. When we went out and we were shooting videos out in Ohio City, we were at the West Side Market shooting to community spotlight the community.
Yeah.
We came up with, man, if it's a Mick marketing campaign, if it's cut and dry like that, then it's like you're eating at McDonald's and everybody knows that McDonald's is bad for you. Everybody knows you have to eat organic and that's organic is healthy. So making organic videos is healthy for your business.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think we gave them enough here today on this episode of Coffee and Content, Nick. Something to think about over the weekend. Anything you want to sign off on? Want to let them know a little bit more about the event coming up on the 26th? What's in that package? What are they going to get when they show up? How does that work?
Well, let me just first say this, what you're going to get value wise. I just want to talk about that for a second. We're not only going to talk about how to build your personal brand, which does take some time. We're going to give you some tips just to walk out of there and get an ROI within the week, right? Yeah. And start seeing results right away. Because I feel like a lot of times, especially when you do like these video seminars, right? They're just going to tell you to shoot video. They're going to tell you to go do these things. What we're going to give you is a system and a process to follow to shoot video, to implement in your business and get an ROI on. And that's what we all want at the end of the day, right? We want to make money off of this. Nobody wants to just shoot video for fun. So we're going to give you guys the systems and processes so you can implement it into your business, some today and some to build a personal brand, which is huge over time. On top of that too, then we're going to do the giveaway. So we're going to work like Michael and I, we're going to work one-on-one with an individual or an entire team for a month, give you guys 4 consultations and going over exactly what to do to implement video and grow your personal brand.
Yes.
On top of that, we're going to get you one free listing video where the person's going to bring his drone and he's badass.
He worked on a Netflix set. He worked with pro motocross. He's done underwater HD video shooting, man. It's crazy what he's done. And he's going to come and shoot a listing video for you.
So you're going to get to work with us for a month. You're going to get a free listing video. And we have another announcement that we're adding to this package. Yeah. So overall, one person is going to walk out of there with about $2,000 worth of marketing services or content services that day on top of all the value we're giving. Right?
Exactly.
So there's going to be a lot that's going on. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for it.
I'm excited for it too. And like you said, I'm excited for people to learn how to use content to close deals, man. Content is for closers, man. You ready?
Yep. I'm adding that events.nickcrim.com. That's what we just posted in the comments. If you guys want to go, if you're in Cleveland, you gotta be.
We're in Summit County, Cuyahoga County. Hey, drive up from Columbus. We got some friends down in Columbus and Cincinnati. But hey, we can't make the personal visit to your office, but we could hop on a Zoom call. You wouldn't. Hey, we're gonna sign off here, hit this commercial, and see y'all next week.
Yep.
Coffee and content is for the early rising. Bean roasting, pot pouring, real estate agent looking for the tools, tactics, and strategies to discover an easier way to sell homes using content. Coffee and content is brought to you by ContentCards.com. That's ContentCards with a Z.com.
Is for the early risers.
Early risers, the bean roasted.
Right, the bean roasters.